Welcome to the 5th episode of Unlocked. Today's booster pack is Journey into Nyx. Journey into Nyx was released in May 2014 as the last part of the Theros block. Today's community choice rare pick will be Athreos, God of Passage, requested by Tom McMillan. At the end of this episode we've got a bonus opening as well, so if you want to stick around for that, we'll open up this pack and hopefully get Athreos today. So starting off with a Eagle of the Watch, a 3-drop for flying and vigilance. Market Festival, when the land is tapped for mana, its controller adds 2 mana in any combination of colours to his or her mana pool. Grim Guardian has the Constellation effect, which was introduced during this set. Whenever Grim Guardian or another enchantment enters the battlefield under your control, each opponent loses 1 life. Cloaked Siren has Flash and Flying. Rouse the Mob, 1-cost instant spell. Rouse the Mob costs 3 more with Strive to cast on extra targets beyond the first. Any number of target creatures each get +2/+0 and gain trample. So nice red combat trick there. Flame Speaker's Will, enchant creature you control, it gets 1/1, and it also deals combat damage to a player. You may sacrifice the Flame Speaker's Will if you do destroy target artifact. Cast into Darkness, so this is a enchantment you'd cast onto your opponent's creatures, gets -2, -0 and can't block, good for stopping big targets. Oreskos Swiftclaw, Cat Warrior for 3/1, not bad for a 2-drop, nice early game. One of my favourites, Triton Shorestalker, it's a 1-drop 1/1 and can't be blocked. I particularly like this because I've ran a lot of Travis Wu's Dirt Cheap Dirty Blue, which utilises this and many other cheap merfolk with a few dirty tricks, as the deck suggests. Wow, something that's going to be hard to say. Ravenous Lucrocotta, okay. It's a 4-drop beast with vigilance and has monstrosity 3 as well, so it's a 2/4. Yeah, nothing really special there, I don't think. Our first uncommon, Tormented Thoughts. As an additional cost to playing this card, you should have to sacrifice a creature, and target player discards a number of cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power. Probably more see EDH use than being used in standard decks. Speaking of EDH, we have Chariot of Victory. Equipped creature has First Strike, Trample and Haste. For 3 with a 1 equip cost, this is quite good utility, especially since we're getting our first hit in, getting over creatures, and we're hitting as soon as stuff comes out onto the field. Solidarity of Heroes has Strive, so each Strive target costs 1 and a green more. Choose any number of target creatures, double the number of 1/1 counters on each of them. And our rare is one of the dictates. We have Dictate of Crufix. It has Flash, and at the beginning of each player's draw step, that player draws an additional card. And we have a Plains and a Bird token, which are actually quite rare tokens to come by. So our rare for the pack was Dictate of Crufix. As I mentioned, I did have an extra pack we'll be opening up as well. Not long after Journey into Nyx was released, there was also Conspiracy that was released. Conspiracy is mainly used for drafting formats, so it might break a few people's hearts that I'm just going to open one of these booster packs for no reason. But I'm hoping that we'll have a Dak Faden within this pack. The good thing about Conspiracy, even though I'm not using it for draft at the moment, it's got lots of good utility because it reprints a lot of cards from previous sets that are quite good in all formats, I'd like to say. So let's open up this pack as well, hopefully for a Dak Faden, but I'm pretty happy with nearly anything you get in a Conspiracy pack. So we have a Courier Hawk, which is a 2-drop with flying and vigilance, which is Deja Vu. We have a very similar creature, Eagle of the Watch here, 3-drop, which is a 2/1 rather than a 1/2. Shows your costing differences. Okay, we have Enclave Elite, has a multi-kicker, so you can kick it multiple times, and for each time it's kicked, you can put a 1/1 counter onto it. It also has Island Walk, so if your opponents have an island, this creature cannot be blocked. Pillarfield Ox, not the greatest common. I probably wasn't right about saying that I'd be happy about everything, but in draft, it's not too bad as a 4-drop in a blocker. Orcish Cannonade for 3. Orcish Cannonade deals 2 damage to target creature or player and 3 damage to me. Draw a card as well, so a bit of risk and reward there. Grenzo's Cutthroat has First Strike and Dethrone. So Dethrone is whenever this creature attacks the player with the most life or tied for most lives, you get to put a 1/1 counter on it. Wake Dancer. So it has Morbid, so this is effects when a creature has already died. We'll get to put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield if we play this. Traditionally in our second upkeep would be when we'd get the Morbid effect. Second main phase, sorry. Gnarled Pack, another multi-kicker card. So it enters the battlefield with a 1/1 for each count, 1/1 counter for each time it was kicked. Nature's Claim, destroy target artifact or enchantment, and its control against 4 life. Moment of Heroism, target creature gets 2/2 and gains lifelink until the end of the turn. Not bad. Minamo Scrollkeeper has Defender and your maximum hand size is increased by 1. So a good thing this is a blue card as well, because blue will normally focus on a bit of card draw as well if you're playing in a draft format. Our first uncommon, Barb Shocker. Has Trample and Haste, 2/2 for 4. When it deals damage to a player, that player discards all cards in their hand, then draws that many cards. So interesting, never really seen red have a mill mechanic, but that's kind of cool. Skeletal Scrying. A very familiar EDH card. Has an additional cost to exile X cards from your graveyard, and you draw X cards and lose X life. Selvalla's Charge has Parlay. Each player reveals the top card of his or her library. For each non-land card revealed this way, put a 3/3 green elephant creature token onto the battlefield. Then each player draws a card. It's muddling up my words today. But just in time for what our rare pick will be, so I'm hoping this will be a Dak Faden. I'll be quite surprised if it is. It's the only Planeswalker and one of the very few mythics you have in Conspiracy. So, we have Altar of Dementia. Not quite a Dak Faden. Perhaps Dak Faden on the altar. Sacrifice a creature. Target player puts a number of cards equal to the sacrificed creature's power from the top of his or her library into his or her graveyard. Cool. 2 rares. Oh, that's right. We would normally have a Conspiracy card, but I guess not this time. Reveal Lawseeker as you draft it. After you draft Lawseeker, you may add a booster pack to the draft. Wow. So, that's probably breaking a lot of people's hearts because this is really no good unless I put it into a cube. So, yeah, what would normally happen is I'd be able to add any booster, which could be Jennings, Nyx, or what have you. So that would be awesome. And a very cool token. We have a Construct token, 1/1 Defender. So I'm not sure what makes that in this set. I'm sure you guys could tell me. I don't really look at or play a lot with Conspiracy. I've just bought the odd few packs to try and get some cards for EDH. So that's it. We have 3 rares this week. We had Dictator Crofix from our Journey into Nyx. Not a bad enchantment. Then we have Altar of Dementia and also a Lawseeker from our Conspiracy packs. So next week we will be having a Born of the Gods pack will be opened up, the second pack from the Theros block. I hope you've all enjoyed this. Just remember you can check us out on our website at mtgunlocked.com. We also have a Facebook page, which is facebook.com/mtgunlocked. And also don't forget to subscribe somewhere down the bottom. I think it's over here. To follow us on our journey. And of course, the more people who follow us on YouTube, the better it is for us to help build our fan base. So thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week.